Rating agency Moody's has adjusted Croatia's credit rating from stable to negative. The agency cites the lack of signs of midterm economic recovery, the slow reduction of the state budget deficit, and problems with servicing foreign debt. The entry of the country into the EU's excessive deficit procedure, which aims to correct the deficit by 2016, should bring improvement, Moody's predicted. The country's two biggest political parties, the Social Democrats and the Croatian Democratic Union, are expected to release their lists of candidates for elections to the European Parliament, to be held at the end of May. At a meeting of the SDP party leadership, party chief and Prime Minister Zoran Milanovic said candidates should see their nomination as a privilege and not become embroiled in ideological struggles with the opposition. The SDP slate will include candidates from the government coalition parties, the Liberal HNS and the Istrian IDS. The HDZ, meanwhile, has signed a coalition agreement with centre-right parties, including the Croatian Peasant Party and the Pensioners Bloc. Despite opposition from the president of the European People's Party, the leader of the HSP, Dr. Ante Starčević, Eurosceptic Ruža Tomašić will be on the HDZ slate. HDZ leader Tomislav Karamarko said that the synergy generated by the joint forces of patriots would lead to an election victory. The list of candidates will be published next week. Close to the town of Gospić in Lika-Sen County, 20,000 young fir trees are being planted on an area of 100 hectares. The afforestation campaign has been funded by the state's acquisition of land for a gas pipeline. At the same time, several hectares of woodland in the county have been destroyed by fire, as locals illegally burn off weeds and brush. Croatia is again taking part in the International Daffodil Day event to raise funds for the fight against breast cancer. Money from the sale of daffodils in many towns across the country will go to purchasing a device for intraoperative radiation. Around 2,500 women in Croatia are diagnosed with breast cancer each year, and 1,000 die from the disease. In sports, in national football, a derby between Hajduk and Dinamo kicks off this afternoon in Split. Although Zagreb's Dinamo has a 10-point advantage, host Hajduk is optimistic about the challenge. The match begins at 3 p.m. And in tennis, at the ATP tournament underway in Miami, Croatia's Ivo Karlovic has been defeated in the second round by Switzerland's Roger Federer with a score of 6-4, 7-6. The weather this afternoon: changeable cloud with rain on the northern Adriatic and in the west, partly sunny in the east. Winds on the Adriatic, a moderate to strong Yugo, stormy on the open sea. Temperatures between 15 and 20 degrees Celsius.